Moving on now, with Brexit now becoming a reality, several British businesses are coping with the new cost of doing business with the European Union. In fact, one luxury shoemaker is feeling the pinch as it tries to factor in a new value-added tax and selling directly to EU consumers. Our next report has more. Invoices are piling up in the offices of this English luxury shoemaker. The 192-year-old Trickers is now adapting to the complexities of doing business with the European Union as it decodes the new rules of selling to European Union consumers after the Brexit deal has been formalised. While the deal between Brussels and London means that British firms do not face any tariffs when exporting their goods to the EU, there is a rather tricky tax problem. The value-added tax, which is now a lot more complicated for firms which sell directly to customers in the EU.
So we have a repairs service here. One of the features of welted footwear from Northampton is that it, once the sole and heel wears down, it's easy to strip them off, put a new welt, new sole and heel on. We charge about £150 for that. What we found is that any customers in Europe sending repairs back to us for that service, we are having VAT applied, which is ridiculous because the customer owns those shoes. They can't prove it. They might be 10, 20. We've even had shoes back that are 40 years old for repair. So frankly, that doesn't make any sense at all. And with all the duties that are being applied as well, we've had, I think, at least 5 or 6 repairs back in the last week where the average charge from the carrier is about £90. Which means that our customer in Europe, instead of paying £150, will be paying nearer £250.
This means that British businesses like Trickers will have to meet a set of VAT rules hereon, which vary across the 27 member states of the European Union. To manage the complexities, firms have roped in logistics firms. However, this adds to the cost for businesses like Trickers.
I think all companies here in the UK are getting extra costs as a result of the deal. I can, on behalf of the footwear industry, it's an industry that is been affected by COVID, all of us. It's an extra cost that we could probably do without, particularly, hearing that we had a free trade agreement and knowing that it should help us rather than a no deal. But what we haven't been prepared for, and I think this applies to any business in the UK, is all the extra costs that have come from this.
Post-Brexit paperwork is only growing as companies try to adapt to the new rules. Business owners are frustrated. This at a time when businesses are coping with unprecedented losses due to the pandemic.
Trickers has been around for, as I say, since 1829, and we've been through several world wars, financial crisis, stock market crashes. We've last year lockdown. The first lockdown was the first time we'd actually been closed at all. Even during the world wars, we were open, making boots for the army. So it was quite an unusual situation to be in. So for us, COVID's had a pretty damaging effect in terms of sales. Basically, retailers all over the world have been closed. Although our website has done quite well, the market is very slow. A Brexit free trade agreement with Europe was something that we wanted. I think to deal with Brexit on top of what we've been experiencing with the coronavirus has been certainly a double whammy.
Similar to Trickers' plight, many British firms find themselves tangled in new laws. From fashion producers to fisheries, all are combing through mounds of paperwork and higher costs. The British government's budget forecasters predict that Brexit will cause the economy to become 4% smaller in 15 years' time. This is when compared to a situation had Britain stayed as part of the EU. For now, British businesses are hoping that the process of getting their products into Europe is eased, while staunch Brexit supporters call these mere teething troubles. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
Co-presented by Skoda. Simply clever.
WION World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.